Yeah, I tip my hat to the way they played tonight. Miami did a nice job. We had a chance early in the game, like we strung some good at-bats together, but clearly we were lacking a couple more to separate and maybe change the early part of that ball game. Their guys did a nice job. Like they seemed to handle Jamie's fastball pretty well, and they recognized the secondary pitches. So, again, I compliment their ability to navigate some at-bats, and we did not play a complete defensive game. There were probably 6 really good defensive plays, but then we didn't complete a couple double plays, and obviously, the little comebacker that he didn't handle hurt. I was proud of the fight. Again, late in that game, we continued to string some things together and just lacked, 1 or 2 more good ABs, and we're probably still playing this game. So proud of the fight. There were some very good at-bats, and you look at the number of hits we had, we ran that up there, but the timeliness of a few, we lacked. So difficult, and difficult to watch Jamie. You're excited coming into this, knowing his capabilities, and again, they did a very nice job of managing their approach and their at-bats against him.
It seemed like he's just struggling to get into 2 strike counts, and even when he did, it just wasn't the same put-away stuff as usual. Just what did you see and how they were able to handle the stuff that he was throwing at them?
This is a tricky vantage point over here to gauge what's going on. The slider might have been a little flatter. I'm digging for things. I thought he threw some good change-ups. He threw a couple good cutters. There wasn't a lot of swing and miss at anything, and when that fastball is right, I thought the velocity looked pretty good. Actually, there were a lot of 95s I saw. I didn't watch every one, but the top of the zone, they did a good job of managing that, and he didn't get a lot of swing and miss in the top of the zone. So they did a nice job against him, and we got compromised with the run game a little bit, and we're aware of that, and clearly they are too. So they did a nice job.
Did you feel like Hugus made an adjustment after the first couple innings, or just let some opportunities get away in those next few innings?
He went to his secondary pitches a little bit more. When he came out, the fastball was high. It was pretty good, and the guy said it was playing more than 94, 95. It felt like firmer than that. He started to land his secondary pitches maybe a little bit more, but we ran the pitch count up. You were a couple base hits or one timely knock away or an extra base hit from really blowing that thing open, and then we didn't, and they capitalized, and we were never really in control of that game. It didn't feel like.
The Nationals, I could the Nationals for watching the post. I know they have 4 people here tonight. What do you think Jamie's kind of the top picks with all the stuff surrounding that and the attention they
Great, and he's frustrated about this game. Like he felt like he couldn't get him off his stuff, and he's trying to sort out why that might be. Was it just purely pitch recognition, or was he doing something that allowed them to navigate it a little bit? But he's a spectacular person, and the things he's done for us, and the talent and the capabilities to manage what he's doing, like it's exceptional. So it's unfortunate that he had to go through this today, but that's a very capable team, and they did a nice job. And every once in a while, you have to tip your hat, and they figured out a way to manage him pretty well.
What do you think you can learn from this, and how do you think you can grow from a game like this?
Well, if there's times you're not getting swings and misses, maybe up in the zone with the fastball, that's a strength. So do you pivot to trying to get that thing down to the bottom to change the complexion of what the hitter feels? Again, as this is evolving, it's hard for me to dissect what he actually did with the fastball, but that's his bread and butter, is that ball up, and they handled it okay tonight. So maybe trying to get that thing down a little bit, and the slider, for whatever reason, he didn't feel like it was quite as sharp or as good as it has been, but the velocity looked fine. So from this vantage point, watching the video, I'll have a better idea. But it looked okay today. It wasn't too out of sorts.